I'm Dan Brick. I'm fifth generation dairy farm. Hoping someday for one of my sons to take over. We've been here since 1849. Relatives came over from Ireland, and some went down to Ohio, and some came up here to northeast Wisconsin. On the Homestead Act, I believe 120 acres that the farm started with. On our dairy, we're running just over 1,000 cows. We run about 1,200 acres of land, and also contract some feed. It is always something I was always very interested in. Ever since I was able to walk, pretty much have been with my dad, sitting on the fender of the tractor. I was always trying to tell myself to do something else, and about a week before graduation, my dad said, "Are you interested in doing anything else?" And that was the only push I needed. And from there, my dad helped me make an investment into the dairy. We started modernizing the farm, and as we go through the next phase, we're also to the point where we need to keep modernizing our farm here to make it the most efficient as we possibly can. When we talk about sustainability, and I think that the key is that, obviously we got to keep our dirt there. So one of the big things that we implemented back in 2009 was our cover crop practices. So the goal is to put a cover crop on every field, and we've been able to do that consistently now for the last 6 years. Then we went to no-till. So the no-till really saved us a lot of time and money, and also kept that spring erosion down to a minimum. The other thing that we've added here in the past year was the Rain 360 unit. So that really helped us a lot with collecting all of our water, our leachate water. We're trying to collect anything that would come onto the dairy here, goes into a pond, so we can use that back into our growing crop. And then also, it allows us to put manure on small amounts several times a year instead of one large amount. So it drastically reduces our risk of manure runoff. And I think the biggest thing that we have here is knowing that we're never going to be perfect, and that a little bit better is better than the day before.